Just look at it. I finally did it. It's done. And now I have it. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm G, this time with a Dauntless video. Yes, it's been a while since I did a Dauntless video. I've been doing other stuff, and now I'm back to Dauntless and Warframe content as before. And I'm pleased to say that I finally finished trials. I finally got on the leaderboards, and I got to complete my gold armor and crown. And I would like to say that I'm very happy, that I was very excited when I got it, but a feeling I feel most is alleviated. Alleviated that I don't have to do this anymore. I don't really have to do this anymore. It's not like I had to do it before, but now I feel that the part that I wanted is complete, and I don't really like the design of the weapons. The banner, it's kind of interesting, maybe, but not really, not right now, because this has been the worst gaming experience in video games I ever had, hands down. And I played Soulsborne before, so yeah, it's been terrible for me. If you've watched my previous videos, you know how frustrating it has been for me, physically, mentally. It made me leave the game for a few times, and the problem was that before I was doing trials, I was getting sometimes -3, and only thing that I needed was to get on the leaderboards. I collected enough gold markers so I could buy what I wanted, which is the armor and the crown. And I said, okay, now when I have the time, I'll go and try leaderboards. But what happened was that Phoenix Labs decided to throw a monkey wrench at this with Reforge. The gear got all shifted between tiers, and then they also changed the way trials were done. They also increased the power of the behemoths, because with the Reforged you can, of course, elevate the power of your weapons. Whether if you Reforge Axe a lot of times you get 5%, and you can also increase stagger and all that. But the problem is while you can get like 5% more power in your weapons, they elevated the behemoths by 30%, which is a lot. That's why they increased the time. Instead of now trying to do it in -3 minutes, they allow you to do it in -5 minutes. But that alone wasn't enough. I was having a lot of problems just completing trials. I'm not even trying to be flawless or get into the leaderboards. I was just completing, and it was a complete mess. This has been a frustrating, exhausted, repetitive, unfair and biased and buggy thing, at least for me, ever since it got reforged, and I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I just decided I had to do it because I wanted to finish this before it got worse. So tell you why I got it. Rezakiri is not the easiest of behemoths to fight, but I actually am accustomed to fighting because I always go to the second to last island on hunting grounds where he spawns a lot. So I kind of got the metric of how to fight him a little bit down. Of course, it's in trials, so it's incredibly hard to hit him, but there wasn't a lot of handicaps. The only handicap that you had in this fight was that the slugs that go around and then they turn the screen white, which I absolutely hate because it hurts my eyes a lot, and they should change that, but that's another subject. So I've managed to, okay, it's pretty much the same behemoth with these slugs going around. And because he moves around a lot, the slugs only spawn near you and not near hit, so that's it. That's how I try to do it. So I tried multiple times with multiple weapons. I was trying to do it with hammers, but they're very slow, so I decided to try with axes. It wasn't getting anywhere, so finally I did what everybody does. I did it with chain blades, because chain blades has kind of this close to cancel animation when you dodge, when you can press R1 and jump back. I tried and I tried until I actually killed it with chain blades, but my time was really big. It was, I think, 15 minutes or something. But I got to the point where I realized at the end, when he was close to dying, he always did the same thing. We hovered around, he threw those lights around, then he came down, then he went up and smashed, and then he moved to somewhere else and he repeated the same thing. So he kept repeating the same thing over and over again at the end, and I said, okay, if I can get it to this part where it repeats itself a lot, I can win. That's what I did. I will share the build that I used at the end of the video. It's not a very good build. I got to do this in 13 minutes. But, in just in case you need it, it's a highly defensive build with a little bit of crit. So to get into the leaderboards, I spent dozens of hours, and not to say thousands of tonics, just to get there. And it wasn't a fun experience, and I don't recommend anybody even trying this unless you have somebody to really teach you how to do this step by step. If you have somebody to teach you step by step what build and how to use it, then okay, go ahead. If you try and do it on your own, like I was, you'll just be hitting all these walls instead of just enjoying this experience. And I was very lucky. I was incredibly lucky because at the end, when I was close to killing him with a sword, my controller died out. Now, I used two controllers, so I can switch between the two, and both of them died the battery doing trials, trying to do trials, trying to get into the leaderboards. So I was on my second one, the last one that I have. It kept shutting down, and I said, okay, that's it. I'm gonna die at the beach. I'm not gonna be able to finish. But you know, thanks to the gods of RNG or whatever, they finally got pity on me and they said, okay, let him kill it. And I got to kill it. I got to kill it with a sword. I ended up in the middle of the board. I was trying with the sword also because there was only about 60 or 70 people who actually finished the fight with the sword. So I said, okay, I got 30 slots open, even if I take too long. I ended up dead smack on the middle. I was at number 50. I was at number 50 with 13 minutes, and I finally did it. I gotta say, I don't mean ever going back to this. I mean, even if in the future they lower the difficulty, for instance, they could add 3 lives in hard, because now one of the goals is actually finishing without dying, without getting down. So instead of having just 1 life, you have 3, and you get down, you don't complete that goal, but you can complete the trial and get at least 100 golden marks. I'm telling you, if they did that, I wouldn't be like one of those guys, oh, they just made it easy, now everybody's gonna get a golden crown and blah blah. I wouldn't be one of those guys. I will actually welcome it. I will welcome it because I want no Slayer to ever go through what I went through. So I had a problem with this. I'm finally done with this, and I'm never going back to trials. Ever. This has been the video. I'm sorry for the little rant, but if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.
clear sky and a loyal crew. Nothing finer in all the world. Except in really substantial loot, of course.